What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James and welcome back today to the Shady Oaks SMP. How are we doing, everyone? Welcome back, welcome back. Today, of course, we are jumping onto the server. I've got a bunch of things to show you guys, and today I'm hoping to pretty much get the Big Brains Zombie Grinder fully complete. So yeah, the Big Brain Zombie Grinder is essentially our first proper business on the server. And of course, we are going to be starting a honey business, but I'm kind of still collecting resources and stuff. I'll show you guys the progress as well in just a second. Yes, there's a horse at my house. Yes, I've got a llama on my head. And yes, there's a big old zombie up there. Let's go. So yeah, welcome back anyway. Hopefully you guys and girls are awesome. Thank you so much for the support on the Shady Oaks series so far. I'm absolutely loving playing this. Now, of course, there's a bunch of stuff that happens in between episodes. So obviously a bunch of the guys and girls live stream. I'm in there just like playing and stuff, sort of as and when. So there is like a bit of progress. But the episodes that you see here on the channel are pretty much up to date with what is happening on the server right now. So yeah, in case you're wondering about me live streaming, I had a little bit of an issue about it. Nothing like too sketchy. Well, it is a little bit sketchy. I'll let you guys know about that in just a second. But yeah, if we can try and hit 2,000 likes here on this episode, that would be really cool. Thank you so much for coming and tuning in once again, for helping support the series. I absolutely love playing this, and it's really cool to share it with you guys. So thank you so much. Anyway, just before we get into all of that, I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a progress update. So you can see here that this room is still unfinished. I've got a couple of different projects going on all at once, but essentially what we have here is we've got 2 banks of 8 honey bottle farms. So far, these are actually going really, really well, provided, of course, I make sure that all of the glass bottles are topped up, because if one glass bottle slot goes empty in the dispensers, then the whole machine breaks down. So it's just a case of keeping an eye on those. I do need to make a lot more when it comes to like the glass and stuff. I've kind of made it look sort of a little bit tidier in here. But essentially, these are giving me absolute honey stonks. So I just emptied these, I think, last night. They're already just like powering through with honey bottles. Yeah, these are what they look like at the top. So I've got to make sure that all of these slots stay full. But the cool thing about it is that when you actually use the bottles to make the honey block, you get the bottles back. So I'll only ever need a certain amount in order to have it like fully functional. This one is starting to fill up again, and I'll show you guys how many blocks we've got. I think I put them in here. So yeah, I've just like whacked a few of them around just to kind of... My plan, right, is to gradually like overtake this whole area in honey. And I'm doing it slowly but surely, so I'm not going to mention it to anyone. I'm just going to slowly do it in the background, and eventually I want to completely honeyfy our entire area, like my base, the mountain behind it. I want honey like dripping off the sides into the water. I think it's going to look really cool. But yeah, this is what I've got so far. So each one of these is 4 bottles for 1 block, and I have a lot of 64 blocks, basically, and they're really, really cool. But the one thing that I really want to start next, and I think it's going to be my next project, is we've got a bunch of these honey blocks, but we don't have any honeycomb blocks, and those are a really, really nice design one. So I was going to get 4 of these, but I think 2 will be fine for now. We can always expand. But on this side, I'm going to have a big farm, which is just producing honeycombs. So that's going to be the next one. And then we can use the honeycombs to make the blocks. And then we'll have a bit of everything. So if we go and rock ourselves outside, I installed a mod. Yes! I installed a mod finally that gives me zoom. Normally this is like an Optifine thing, but I'm not running Optifine. I'm running, I think, Sodium, which is like one of the newer type mod sort of performance ones. But I have installed another one so I can zoom. And now I can see everyone's houses, like, properly. There's Justin up there with his 4 balloons. There's Cupquake with a pretty cool looking bakery, I've got to say. Anyway, there's a big old zombie head up there. This is what I want to finish today, because this is the location of the Big Brains Grinder. So the plan is, right, is that Justin has a really, really good grinder. He's got his skeleton grinder, and I think recently Echo has been going over there and using his grinder, but for 5 diamonds for an hour, that is some pretty pricey stuff. And the beauty about Big Brains is that not only is it going to be a lot cheaper than that, but it's way closer to where everyone else is living. And yeah, it's way more convenient. So I didn't want to just do like a grinder. I wanted to do a grinding experience. I wanted to have the classiest grinder on the server, somewhere that people want to come and spend time. And it's not finished just yet, But this is kind of what I've done here for the big brains grinder. So I'm going to have a payment system rigged up here. I need to do that at some point pretty soon. But the inside, as you can see, is really blue. I'll be honest with you, I wanted to get this nether wood because the mushroomy wood stuff, because I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a little bit greener. The idea was to have it green so it looks green like zombies, but it's turned out kind of blue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I still think it looks nice. We're going to have our own enchanting area here, which is really good because these days you have to run to Shady Oaks and back to actually use the table. We're going to have complimentary music where people can AFK grind and listen to some banging tunes. And we are working with Cupquake because she is going to supply the cookies, complimentary snacks at the Big Brains Grinder. So, I mean, it's way more than just a grinding experience. You get your enchanting table, you get your stone thing there, you get music, you get complimentary snacks. And I'm going to be charging iron. Not diamonds. I'm going to be charging iron. Why? Because I need so many hoppers. Right, so let me have a little bit of a snooze, and this is one of the things that I want to do today. So, you may have noticed, of course, as we've just seen, there's a big old zombie head. I've gone with a zombie village. Did you guys see that? I just fell out of bed. What? I have never ever seen that before. What? That has never ever happened to me. Has that ever happened to you guys where you've gone to sleep and you've fallen out of bed but still slept? Big sus energy. Big sus energy. Are you kidding? So yeah, anyway, here is the situation, and this is kind of like the little bit of an issue that I had. So I basically wanted to make a great big zombie villager head at the top here to advertise Big Brains to the whole server. So I pretty much did like just a random pixel art, which I know is not particularly impressive looking, but it's just your standard villager kind of pixel art type thing. But the problem is, with the shape of the actual tunnel where the zombies go up and down, it was only a 3 wide piece. And if I wanted to center the zombie's head, it would have had to have been 4 wide, so it would have lined up with like the nose. So I've had to do it slightly off center, but I was looking at this and I was like, you know what? It's not finished. It's not finished just yet. So what I want to do is I actually want to build the top of the body. I want the arms like coming out like a proper villager, and I want him to have like a top. I don't know what color we're going to go with, maybe like brown or something, but we're going to need to make some more resources for that. And I want to essentially build like a 3D pixel art zombie. Now, another thing which we could do is we could actually remove a bit of the head and actually have like a brain coming out of it. I know it's a bit grim, but it's called the Big Brains Grinder, and it's to do with zombies. So technically, if we made some pink stuff, maybe some pink wool or something, actually that's a fire hazard. Something pink. Maybe we could even have like a brain. But it is like fully 3D. Like it's all 3D and stuff. So you'll be able to see this from ages away. And that's pretty much the idea. So yeah, check this out. So this is the plan. Basically, I want it to be seen from really, really far away. So you can literally see this guy from really far. Obviously, it depends on your render distance. But essentially, space is a bit of a premium these days. So look at this. You can still see him from here. If we get even closer to Shady Oaks, you can still see him. Let's go like all the way back here. I think the trees might be in the way, but can we just about see him from here? Oh, come on, trees. Come on. Can we... Okay, I think we lost track of him. But yeah, the thing is, like, Dan has decided to live near the spawn and just completely fill it with stuff. So space is at a little bit of a premium right now. You can see that Dan just has the maddest corner. I never appreciated how random this was. A big red button. doesn't do anything. A picture of Danny Potter with Think Noodles in the bottom corner. A big hole that we blew up on stream because his noodle bowl apparently wasn't very good, so he got rid of it. It wasn't me, it was him. He blew it up. Some random breeding machine. And this poster. Ugh, I feel like it's... I don't even know what to do. Dad. He's turning the spawn into just some kind of madness. Look at this. Absolutely crazy. All right, so bear with me here. I'm going to go and try and pull up a picture of a zombie villager. I don't know what color we're going to make his clothing, but I'm thinking maybe some kind of brown might be quite nice. I might need to go and get some more clay, but I did make a bunch of terracotta. So let's just see how it goes. I'm thinking brown. We could go with white, but I'm thinking a nice brown smock. Is this how we do it? Yeah, it is. Boom. Okay, so I think roughly, like roughly, this is where the arms are supposed to be. So they're going to probably come out in like this direction. Now we're going to obviously like have the green arms. So this is just like the jacket. But they're going to have to come 4 down. So that's 2, 3. And then this is 4, I think. Is that going to be right? Actually, I have no idea. I'm using the trees now for scaffolding because it's a little bit easier. Yeah, I think something like that. So we're going to have to bring this down as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then come out this way. Is that about right? Let's take a little look from a distance. So if I can do one, I can do the other ones. Yeah, I think that's about right. See, the problem is I would have liked to have offset it a little bit more at the back. But there's only so much I can do because the wood, which I'm covering, is really important. That's where all of the actual important stuff is. So ideally, I would have liked this like 2 blocks that way. But I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world. Yeah, I think that looks about right. So I'm going to try and like do an arm and just see what happens. I'm going to try and do like the pixel art pattern type thing again. Jeez, we'll see what we can do. I might need to cut down this tree. Actually, I'll leave the trees for now because they're good scaffolding. But yeah, okay, right. Bear with. Okay. Accidental villager noise. I don't know, man. I feel like maybe we've kind of cracked it, but I don't know for sure. It kind of works, I think. I'm not 100% happy with the patterns here on like the ripped sides, but I don't know. Like, let's take a little look for some background. Ow, come on. Let's go and take a little look from here. Yeah, the problem with scaffolding, right, is that I always fall off it, and I've not got my armor on right now. By the way, I do actually have like full diamond armor, but I need to put it back on because I kept dying in the Nether, so I just left it in a chest. Yeah, that kind of works, doesn't it? I tell you what, we should do though. We should make the nose one bigger. I really suck at this scaffolding stuff. I should just build a big base. Hang on, let me go make the nozzer a bit bigger. Hang on, let me give my zombie like a nose job here. Hang on, 1 sec. And now all we need to do is rebuild the second arm exactly the same, and then do an entire body in the browns to actually try and hide all of this stuff. So I have severely underestimated the amount of resources that this would take. So I'm probably going to have to go and make some more in just a sec, but professional scaffolding. Yeah, it is very satisfying though, not going to lie, when you knock these bad boys down. The problem is they always get stuck in the trees. That's kind of my problem. Where is it? Hey, give me that back. Okay, so progress report so far, I think fairly good. We've got our arms, which I think look kind of good. I think they're in proportion fairly. I think once we've got the body, I think everything will start to like blend together a little bit better. So I probably need to get rid of this tree. I do actually want to have some foliage and stuff to kind of make it look like it's just not some random pixel art in the middle of nowhere. But for now, let's get rid of the trees. The only problem is now... Actually, I quite like it. You can see like it has to be off-center, but it will all make sense. It will all line up. I've run out of stuff. So I've got a bunch of brown left for the actual body piece, but I need a little bit more green just to finish off this arm. So that's kind of annoying, to be honest with you. I could really do with a little bit more green. So, I think I'm out of terracotta, which is really annoying. I might have to go and get a little bit more of that. But yeah, I really like it. I think it's looking pretty good so far. Look at that. I wish I could have like a different color for the mouth, but once again, I'm kind of slightly limited to, you know, what kind of colors I can use. I like it. I think it's going pretty well so far. Just you wait till it's finished. It's gonna look cool. Right, okay, so I think the arms are finally done. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with them. They look alright. I've only gone with the 2 greens for the arms because I thought it would make the face stand out a little bit more because this actually uses 3 different types of green. And I've just gone with the browns again. So I guess it's now a case of... See, we have a slight issue here, right? And the issue is... Oh, no, it's okay. Okay, so there's no water in this side. So I'm going to have to replace this with brown because this is the guy's top. But this piece... I think has water behind, and I'm going to have to replace it because I've literally ran out of space, which is, yeah, I'm slightly concerned about this. But there's no other way I can really do it, to be honest, so, if we test this out, I really don't want to ruin the mechanism, but please don't be water, please don't be water, please don't be water, please, oh, there's water! I might have to reset the actual, because I've changed the current to flow up, so hopefully this doesn't ruin it. Alright, I'm just going to have to do it. Oh, jeez. Ah, water! I'm pretty certain I've broken this. I have a sneaking suspicion. All of them are trapped, like, up here somewhere. So, yeah, basically they come up on a current and then they come down again. So I can swap the current using kelp, but I'm pretty certain I've broken it. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Do you guys see any? Can we even see them? No. Not exactly what I would call ideal, but yeah, we're gonna have to try and fix that, I think. All right, let me try and like finish this up. And costume change. Yeah, it's the next day now after what you just saw. So yeah, it's been once again just a mad day or 2 on the server. I've just realized that honey actually leaks. So we might have to replace our roof back to the actual glass. But in the last little clip there, you saw me working on the Big Brains pixel art grinder. So yeah, I've actually finished it, which is awesome. And yeah, last night I was going to film the rest of this video and then Preston joined the server, so we went and said hello and stuff, but I finished it now and I'm going to go and show you guys just in case you missed it. So, we did the arms, we did the body. It is a miserable day on Shady Oaks, but ta-da! There he is. What do you guys think? Do you like him? I'm actually like, I'm pretty pleased, not going to lie, I'm pretty pleased with this. So, it took a lot of resources. Especially when you have like the concrete that you make. Concrete isn't too bad, but it's a little bit of a pain. And then of course the terracotta is a bit of a pain because you have to go and collect all of the clay. But we managed to complete it, and yes, I'm a big zombie dude. I wish it wasn't so miserable. Why is it raining? Well, there we go, look at this. So I'm going to go and get close to it for a little bit of a scale. There he is. Pretty happy with him. I managed to get all of like the top done. So this kind of stretches all the way around, of course. I've hidden all of that wood, so the mechanism is still underneath here, although I am still pretty much certain that I've broken it, so I'm going to have to reset the inside machine so that it actually flows properly. But Big Brains is nearly ready for business. I should probably fix the bottom of this nose. Look at this. I can stand under the nose. It keeps me out of the rain. Oh, jeez. Yeah, there we go. I'm really happy with that. Nice. So I'll be honest with you guys as well. I also started working on something else. So I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek here. And yeah, it's kind of like it'll be done by the next episode, so I can show you guys in fully working order. It's not Big Brains though. It's actually what I showed you guys at the beginning of this episode. So yeah, of course we have a honey farm, and we want to have some honeycomb blocks. What are you doing? You dancing beast. And it is located down in our area. So 3, 2, 1, ta-da! It's changed a little bit since you last saw it, huh? Yeah, this is a really straightforward farm. So essentially, this side is for harvesting honeycombs. Really straightforward. You literally have just like a hive with a dispenser behind it, and the dispenser contains a pair of shears, and there is an observer on the top. So when the hive gets full of honey, the observer recognizes that, and then it sends a signal to the dispenser to use the shears, and it shaves off the honeycombs, and the honeycombs get dropped on the floor. So I think it's currently nighttime. All the bees are asleep, which is perfect. So we can actually have a little look. But yeah, they literally just drop on the floor. And if you can kind of hear that. No, I can just hear bees. I'll show you. If you go like underneath the machine, it's really straightforward. All that's happening here is that there is a permanent minecart running, a permanent hopper minecart underneath the layer of soil. And anything that gets dropped on that one block of grass, when the minecart goes underneath it, it picks it up instantly, and then boom, it deposits everything here in this chest. So really, really straightforward in design, but it does work nicely. And this is just going to spin around forever, basically. So pretty cool. I'm actually going to do 2 of these. So I got my dimensions off slightly. I should have done it 1 hive less. So I don't now have a corridor in the middle, which is kind of annoying, but I'll do like another access panel somewhere. I guess it's not too bad. But this is, I think, 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 10. Yeah, I should have done 9, but I did 10. And I'm going to have another 10 in this place. So there's going to be like loads and loads of honeycomb, hopefully. Honeycomb tends to produce a little bit slower, I feel, than honey bottles, which is why we might need another one. But yeah, this will all be done hopefully for the next time and the next episode. I'll show you guys everything. And then one thing that I really want to do, I need to learn how to do it, is I kind of want like an automated minecart system that will take all of the produce from the farm and deliver it to one single location. That's what I want to do, because everything's like tucked away at the bottom, isn't it? But I'd like one central collection area, but we'll worry about that another day. So yeah, there we go. Hopefully you guys like it. It's been a pretty productive couple of days here on Shady Oaks. Now, of course, I've still got a lot of base to build. I still don't have like a bedroom. I don't have a like armor room or no, I've got an enchanting room now. There's a bunch of other stuff that I really want to do down here. I want to make the Beats by J farm as well. So plenty more things to do. And yeah, hope you guys stay tuned for the next one. So until next time, thanks and see ya.